Peace. I ain't did a video, guess you can say. I get so much clarity when I do my little walking videos. One thing I've always done when let me give an honor to source, ancestors known and unknown, give gratitude to the all. But I haven't did one of these videos in a minute, but I just gotta relay this message to you, to all. I want you to put your hands on your chest, your dominant hand, whichever one you feel led to do. Take a deep breath and realize that you are going at your own pace. Do you even know the rhythm of your heart? This is why I was guided to tell you to put your hand on your chest and feel the rhythm. It's just like a race where you're jogging, and notice how when you're jogging or you have a change of pace, that the rhythm of your heart either speeds up or it changes. So what am I saying here? I'm saying go at your own pace, your own rhythm. Follow the rhythm of your heart. No one else can do it better than you. No one else is sent here to do it better than you. No one else can do what you do. I know you hear all that, well, this person is doing this person is doing that. I don't give a plug beep. No one is doing it better than you or can do it better than you. There is no competition. That's ego. So, again, your rhythm of your heart is your song. That's my message tonight. My message to you is that one of the greatest things I know I can ever do is go at my own pace, my own individual pace. I'm experiencing my own individual karma. I was telling the brother today, I was like, my journey may not look like yours, but it's so much similar when we actually start to sit down and talk about what we've experienced. Some way, somehow, that's something you're going to relate to. And this is where Big Mama comes in to remind us on a soul level, or on a level to where we'll realize how much we all are connected in some way, some form, or even how, for one, if you look at a lot of the resources or materials or whatever it is, I was telling him about spiritual currency, knowing the importance of it's in you and not on you, but yet what? Money somehow connects us all. Communication connects us all. But out of all things, love connects us all. So one thing we have to remember, got a little background music, is that when you are connected to you and your connection being to source, we are unlearning what it is to be codependent and now being more interdependent or interconnected, and knowing that spiritual connection that we have that is eternal, that is forever, that cannot be disconnected. We have never been disconnected from source. There's just certain things that we had to clear, certain things that we had to endure, experience. It's just like a dirt road. It's just like anything. It doesn't just start off just, the road is clear, or, the road is already paved. This is where, again, certain things we have to do, certain things we have to clear. If we have our individual karma, we're not only clearing our only individual karma, but the karma of, our past lineages, family, and then now we're making the road clearer for our future, for the future lineages. This is what a lot of us, Pluto, the generation of Scorpio and Pluto, was it Pluto and Scorpio? But anywho, this is what a lot of us are healing from: betrayals, loss, or more so betrayals, loss, and what was the other one? Had to scratch my nose, but betrayal, trust, and I want to say it was pain. But a lot of us are clearing this karma to specifically make way. It's just as our parents did. Oh, the other one was abandonment. So it was abandonment, betrayal, and loss. And the loss could be, it's not something that you really lose, but it's like of a loved one or someone that was close to you. So the thing about that is, this connects us all because some way, somehow, we have lost people along the way, or they have transitioned. People see it differently. And abandonment, that also connecting to, how maybe a father figure, maternal figure, or, something connected to the matriarchal, where we're healing that abandonment issues and trauma connected to our lineages. And what was it? Abandonment, loss, and betrayal. Another significant one. Because of, family betrayals, a lot of things where trust has to be regained, but we're learning more to trust intuition. See, we're learning more to trust ourselves, learning more to go more inward than be focused on more of the external. So those are three things. Again, I remind people, do not beat yourself up over, because a lot of this pain and stuff, again, I remind people, is passed through the wombs of the mothers. And a lot of us inherit. Yes, we inherit. That's part of the pain. And no, you are not cursed. You are simply wounded. And it's funny because I'm at this building and this just so happened to be a chair right here. And I'm just going to take a moment because the lighting is good. But this is what I'm here to let you know. You're not cursed. You're wounded. But that's the thing. It's like one and the same, because a lot of us can feel that we're cursed. Or a lot of us, in the spiritual community, or people want to call it conscious, however you want to perceive it, will mention like hexes, generational curses. But all of that is specifically karma. Yes. Generational karma that has been passed or carried through the wombs, and then you inherit that. But the beautiful thing about this that I must let you all know is that as you, yes, you that are going to be guided to that, whether representing the patriarchal and matriarchal, which both carry divine feminine and masculine energies, you are that. When I was in Job Corps, we used to say this, generational curse breaker. And what I mean by that is like the mental chains. Can you imagine? Oh, this has gave me an idea of a masterpiece. Ooh, I'm finna get on this as soon as I get gratitude. But the mental chains centering around when you connect to abandonment and betrayal and loss, all of those things are considered karma and considered blockages, whether obtaining to the chakras or obtaining to the emotional body, the spiritual body, all these things connected to where it's purposefully aligned. We purposefully inherit the pain only to now experience the gain. Yeah, y'all gonna hear something, but I don't care about that. But that's the beauty of this. This is why we're all at different levels, but no one is, in the creator, in the source eyes, no one is above or below anyone. It's our ego sometimes that wants to judge. Sometimes we'll throw the stone and then want to hide our hand, but in reality, this is like an even playing field. But what's happening is that the meek is currently inheriting the earth. And that is what's written. And that's the thing about inheritance. You inherit what is in your DNA structure. The good, the bad, the ugly, the pain, the gain, the spiritual gifts. I had to deliver this to y'all. It's so amazing. This is why I tell a lot of us that as you gradually elevate, you know, mentally, spiritually, consciously, you know, however you want to say it, your awareness becomes completely different than who you were. The only reason why people see you as this or that is because it's how they perceive themselves. Mom and pop still gonna see you as a baby. Oh, that's my baby. They always gonna be my baby. But one thing we gotta remember is that the reason why we're here to cause so much chaos is that how else do you bring about something new? How else do you bring about creation? Something new. You don't continue through the loop. You don't continue doing the same shit. So it's going to be unfamiliar in their eyes. And that unfamiliarity, however you say it, is very challenging for them. It's very challenging for the elders that their whole world's being turned upside down right now because we are ushering in something new, and it's like the end of the fucking world to them. The world as they know it. But at the same moment, it's the beginning of something new for us. We're changing the whole perception on what life is and will be. And then after us, guess who else is going to change it? Our kids, the star seeds, or, you know, those souls that come after us, those beings, they're becoming more powerful and they're connected to source. We're clearing the way. We're paving, literally, the road. We're paving the way for them. So the thing about this is, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to let go? Today I helped someone, you know, it was a knock at the door and someone asked me to help them take out some, like, remove some stuff. And there isn't judgment on my part, but it just reminds me to pack light. Because as I'm moving all this stuff and they asking me, do I want some things? I'm like, my spirit like, no, you're not in a position to take on more. Am I still grateful? I am. But we're in the stages of our life where we have to let go. A lot of us are in places where being that and this is what everyone is at different levels. You may be facing abandonment issues that you didn't even know that now is surfacing at 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever age it is. But that's how it's aligned. Then this other person over here, what y'all don't realize is that I'll say we don't really know how to determine being that these kids or these beings are more wiser. You know, we don't really know this person in their early teens or whatever is going through what was the other ones? Like if they lost someone real young. You have people that lost a mother and father early ages. So you're talking about loss, abandonment, and then the other one is betrayal. And that goes to the fact of how people have been now finding out, like, you know, how do you mentally process that when, you know, you don't even, people have been introduced to perversion and sex and all these things that they thinking that it's a benefit in their life, but it ruined them for so much. And then they go into this suppressing these emotions, depressing all these things, and finding out family members and so many things happening with, you know, this basically this sense of betrayal. So now these women and men are learning to trust themselves again with someone else, whether they got sexually abused, mentally, all those things. I myself was a victim of it, but at the same time, I'm a victor now. I'm walking in victory because I've experienced it. I've had my trials and tribulations and shortcomings and putting other women and other people through that because of what I was unaware of at that moment. But then becoming more aware, you know, I realized, like, this whole time I've been clearing karma. This whole time I've been collecting and carrying not only my individual karma, living it out, but the karma of mom and father. And then so forth. It goes back generations to where They knew I was going to be the one, you were going to be the one, or whomever in your family that was going to face these things with courage, with love and truth. And that being said, you were selected to be the one to stand up, to stand in love. And I'm grateful for a soul sister, a being that shared that with me, man. You know, I was too focused on trying to fall in love, and she was like, no, don't fall. Someone told her to stand in love. And in the process of standing in love, you stand in truth. You know, your stature change, your appearance. Instead of trying to fall, we're not falling. We're rising. We are rising in love. We are elevating in love. The vibration, this is what we came here to do. From a lower place to a higher place. You know, and I want to relay a message to all the young emperors, kings, however you want to classify yourself. Heal that relationship with your mother or whatever maternal, matriarchal figure that you had in your life. This is going to help you tremendously. You wonder why, you know, and I was telling one of my brothers today, I was like, your emotions are a guide. They're emotion. They come to you, you feel them, and a lot of us don't know how and why we're going through this. A lot of it is progress. It's going to be made clear eventually. Whether through, the universe has a way of sending signals through signs, through synchronicities, through people, through so many things. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to be you. It's okay to be honest with yourself. It's okay to take accountability. Because I've accepted that a lot of people, and it's not so much of them, they're going through their own thing. They're going through their own thing, and a lot of us, a lot of shit you're not going to resonate with no more. A lot of people are not going to resonate. A lot of environments, a lot of places, and trusting and knowing that you are divinely guided every step of the way. Even when I was walking through here, how my path, it seemed dark just because I wasn't making the video, but I literally walked by here earlier and saw that chair. Didn't think nothing of it until I came back, and this chair was right here, specifically for me to make this video and have this light. But does it matter? No. Whether dark or light, it's the simple fact that it goes hand in hand, and I'm still going to express this message. Know that you are loved. Love has always been accessible and available to you. It's just a lot of what we have been, our heart space hasn't been clear. It's not you. It's not you. A lot of our mothers have been bitter. Yes. A lot of our fathers too. Bitter Bettys. Bitter Bobs. But it's not on them. You know, a lot of stuff they carry in their hearts. A lot of people carry a lot of what was the elder telling me, the sister? She was like, look at the word tissue. And then you take the T off, you got issues. So you got to think about how karmically these things are embedded in our tissue. And then you're talking about, I was telling someone, like, look at the word suppress or depress. And I was looking at this, I like to break down words or, you know, whatever in my own way. And I was looking at how press is in all of these words. And I was like, wow, suppress, depress, and whatever other words. And all of this is creating pressure. Pressure like that busts pipes, like water. And nothing can stop the flow of water. The pressure that's built up and the pressure that's creating you to become something even in you didn't even know you can become. But that's the beauty in all of this. It's like, and you're still becoming. And it gets more even amazing and beautiful. Because for once, I'll tell what a lot of what I've experienced on my journey, I'm now learning at 33, Earth age, and I'm learning, and I'm still a student at life, but I'm now learning the importance of expecting, affirming, harmonious, blissful, divine partnerships, experiences, events, connections. Ashe. I'm now learning how to program myself because I had to unprogram, relearn, unlearn, not how to wanting to expect pain, traumatic connections, you know. And a lot of us, and this is what psychologically a lot of people, again, not realizing how powerful the subconscious mind is, and these things now consciously coming to the forefront. And so this is the unraveling of like a gift. And even in that gift is so many things that even you didn't even know that was there. A lot of us on this journey face things that our mothers and fathers didn't get to face. Ancestors didn't get to acknowledge and face, didn't get to live up to. But we are the living legacy. We are the pioneers. We are the innovators. We are reinventing, recreating a whole nother world in our own world and in the other worlds of others. What it is to be authentic, what it is to be true, what it is to be loved and be loved. Express love and be loved. But most importantly, to love ourselves. And that's in the, like, oh yeah, could you be loved, like be lovable, and then actually be loved, like actually your being, like be in that, stand in that love. That comes with so many uncomfortable conversations, confrontations. And now it don't have to be physical, but it comes with so many things because, again, a lot of these people don't know love. I myself, when I was younger, it was there, but again, through my learning experience, my parental guidance, through my, not knowing what it is to be loved by someone until I start really loving myself, and then seeing, acknowledging, am I really fearful of, like, I can love others. I think that's was one of our challenging things, that we love others so much, we poured in others so much, and this goes back to the betrayal, the loss, and betrayal, loss, and abandonment. We're clearing karma on all of that. That don't happen overnight, my people. This is a process. You may know something that I may not know. You may be healing in a spot where I may not know. And then that healing just doesn't stop there. We healed and are healed and still healing. So it's not about, I think one of the scariest things for a lot of us is that we loved ourselves so much through whatever duration we've been with ourselves, solitude, to are we now ready for someone to love us, to touch us, whether it be intimately, physically, but most important, mentally. And that's what a lot of us are grasping the idea. This is how we're elevating, consciously and mentally. I can honestly say now it's more of a mental stimulation, because I was sharing this with my brother, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I gotta go take my little bath. You know what I'm saying? Gotta go take a little self-care treatment. Had to go get my Himalayan salt. But anywho, I heard an elder speak about this, and I was sharing it with my brother today. And I'm just so grateful for the knowledge and wisdom, just to be able to share this. Like I just want to inspire. That's it. It's not about competition. It's inspiration. Like Pac said, if I could just spark one mind, that's it. It's not about the views and none of that shit. It's about authenticity. Am I being true to me? Am I being true with myself? Then I'm not concerned about the hate, because the hate ain't in me. But the hate's still good, because that's just showing that I'm doing something correct. I'm in alignment. I'm loving on me. So, but what I was expressing to a soul brother today is that I heard an elder speak about, like, when you go get a house, you don't go to the basement. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of like, it's just like a woman. He said you don't go to the basement. He said you go to the attic. He said the reason why you go to the attic, because I don't know if a lot of you know, but a lot of old homes, let these little trucks go by. A lot of those old homes or like antique homes, or people would keep their antiques in the attic. You look at them old movies, they would keep a lot of stuff in the attic. You know what I'm saying? Treasures or whatever it is, treasure chest, whatever it is. But basically, the elder was saying that you keep all the junk or whatever else in the basement. He said that's how you see, that's how you choose a woman. That's how you be mindful. And I was like, oh wow. He said because basically what I'm saying is that instead of looking at her from a lower place, look at her from her mind perspective, the attic. Listen to her conversation. Same with women. Same thing with men. You know, I get it. We've been in societal and perverted, how they perverted so much shit when it comes to how sex is an exchange, it's a form of creation. But it's just how we're unlearning and removing that mindset and cleansing our bodies, how to see something more sacred, how to see ourselves sacred, or how to honor, even clearing out our mind, you know, from mental slavery, or just cleansing our minds on how we also perceive ourselves and other people. So the addict perspective is important. Is that listen to the conversations people have with you, but most importantly, that'll tell you the conversations they have with themselves. Are their conversations healthy? Are their conversations higher, you know, on a higher level or higher awareness? You know, and it's a process. Everyone's not perfect, but that's one thing I've gradually learned to become more aware of, is that I listen to the conversations, and I'm not obligated to exchange or be with someone or interact if I don't have to, because sometimes I just listen and I realize like that's not, I'm not even, I value my breathing. I value my spiritual currency, or I value the fact that I value my peace. So the argument, all these things, all that stuff is, our heart space is more focused on now, depending on where you are in your journey, and everyone's not there. It's growth. We're all experiencing some type of trauma or pain. And like I told my brother, like, for that pain is going to be, the inheritance of that is going to be gained from that. You inherently receive something for the beneficial for not only yourself, but for past and present. Because your past and future are going to need you. Because your past was needed for you to be a part, to experience your future. But the present is the gift. But anywho, I got to go. Peace and love. Shalom.